All right, Mick Motherwell, Bagpipes to Banjos. I don't know what episode it is. I couldn't tell you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. I'll get good at it when I get good. However, tonight is the night that I have probably the hardest working guy I've ever had on the show, Mr. Aaron Lane. Mr. Aaron Lane, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing most excellent.
Most excellent. So Bill and Ted 3 comes out like real soon.
It's coming.
Are you going to go see it in the movie theater? Or are you going to stay at home and rent it for $40 or how are you doing now?
I'm going to download it illegally.
Well, this guy's incriminating 43 seconds in.
You know it.
Okay.
That's what we're here for. No, but I don't know. Honestly, not one that I'd go. Usually when they do the revamps or whatever, I'm not really into it. But Jumanji, the first Jumanji, like the with the rock and stuff, was surprisingly good.
I downloaded that one illegally and loved it so much that I paid for the second one. I didn't go see it, but I paid for it.
That's marketing.
This is going to be a great fucking episode. I'm feeling it. You look good. You're feeling good. Before I get into anything else, before I talk about cheesy movies, is ask you, Aaron, where I can see you, where I can find you, where I can watch you. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going to be? Where are you on online? All that shit. Just plug yourself, my man.
I am Aaron Lane Music, at Aaron Lane Music on Instagram. I'm going to hit this a lot. Instagram, Twitter, what else? Venmo. Hey, love you. Facebook.com/Aaron Lane Music, YouTube.com/Aaron Lane Music, Twitter, Instagram.
You've done so well on YouTube.
Thanks.
That you have YouTube.com/Aaron Lane Music.
That's it.
Is that right?
Yes,
Aaron Lane. Sure. So I tell people to find me on YouTube, but I do not have a / yet, man.
What?
Not enough people. I think I found on that is people don't subscribe, and that's fine.
True.
They can watch and
it's
all that,
hard,
but nope. You've got so YouTube.com/Aaron Lane Music is the one I'll plug right now. That's where I swear to God, I grilled last night and just jammed to you.
Awesome.
Are you playing anywhere soon?
I'll be at the Fish Dock at Pelican Point, and that's in like Darien, Townsend area. September the 5th. That's all I got right now. Possibly next Saturday, dude. It is. It's crazy. It's always going back and forth from if people want a man. I'm gonna be belching. I'm drinking whiskey. Sorry, guys.
Just have fun, man. I don't know what to get. This is the real Aaron Lane, people.
Yeah.
You should be fat. Something's going on.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Thyroid. No.
He should struggle with weight like me. I'm a jealous piece of shit. How is he doing this?
It's on the opposite end. I can't gain weight for anything. But what was I saying?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask Darian. And then how hard it is.
There's a tug in between when people are wanting full band and solo acoustic acts, you know.
So Aaron Lane, your full band is called.
I'm in betweenst.
Okay.
The video that we're gonna watch there is.
Okay. So what you're saying is, it's hard to get a gig as an acoustic guy some places when.
Sometimes it's
I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
No, you're fine.
Oh, it's my show. I'm always fine. I'm just letting the fucking people know, dude. Look, I don't come to your shows and yell Bob Seger turn the page all night, do I?
Thank God, I really appreciate it.
I've done it a few times. It's not at your show.
It's not as bad as Freebird.
So
it could always be.
That's the worst one in that, but it's a fantastic song.
It is.
Remember Wayne's World when they were like he gets the guitar that it's way too expensive for, and he starts playing Stairway. And they, hey man, and they point and like no stairway here. All right, so Aaron, that's Zeppelin's my guys, but
Yes.
How did you figure it out? When were you? Where were you? Who were you with? What car were you riding in when the radio was playing? Any situation. Where were you when you were like, man, I fucking love music. I love art. Whatever it is, I kind of see myself doing this. Like, give me that story, man.
Well, I grew up. My parents listened to just like bluegrass, country music, stuff like that. My dad always went to these like bluegrass festivals around, and he played just about every single stringed instrument around. And I always liked that, but I remember being like 9 or 10 years old, and riding in the truck with my uncle, who was probably like 16 or 17 at the time, and he turned on Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I was like, what is this? I was blown away just because I'd heard.
I was about your uncle's age. So
right. Oh,
I get it.
Awesome. True that. Which I'm pretty sure it was right when Californication came out.
Right.
The album. And I was just like, what is this? Because, the weirdest thing I'd heard at that point was like Midnight in Montgomery by Alan Jackson, which is fantastic. I love that song.
Yeah. I'm laughing because I know that you were sincere about it.
Right, for sure.
Like, you understood it was the weirdest thing you ever heard, but it was like, keep going. That's funny.
Dude, it was so good. That's and then eventually I got into like Guitar Hero and stuff. Growing up, skateboarding too was like I would hear these awesome songs in skate videos, and I play a lot of songs that I heard from skate videos. Like the first time I heard "Come On Eileen" was in a skate video.
Okay, because I was gonna say like ska and shit, but you're
they did
sure, but
if you look at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and stuff like that, they did have like Superman. Goldfinger was on there, and that's where the first time I heard that. Man, great music on those. Obviously, everybody knows that. But
so you just started paying attention,
right? For sure,
and just kind of everything around, yeah.
And then my probably wasn't until like 8th grade one of my buddies showed me Hotel California for the first time, and I was like, "This song is scary." I got freaked out. I got goosebumps.
I don't like to talk about that song.
Right? Yeah,
that was so perfect, isn't it? It's like,
It's like
we can talk about it all night, but I'm just saying, like,
absolutely.
I know what you're saying, man. That's a weird
tune. Feeling. Oh man.
Yeah.
Eerie feeling. And then so I started playing Guitar Hero and stuff. I love video games, obviously.
Sure.
Started playing Guitar Hero, and then I got a Wii, and I got the whole Rock Band kit for the Wii. Drums.
Oh fuck yeah,
dude! It was so awesome. I would get to where I would play the multiplayer, and I'd play guitar, and I'd rope the microphone over the ceiling fan, and play, sing it, and sing it and play both at the same time. And then I did that for about a week or two, and I was like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Right.
There's a guitar right there. I can just
right.
So I just downloaded one of those apps on my iPod Touch Classic.
Remember that? Yeah. This is all coming back to me too. While you're talking about it, man.
Oh man, it was so awesome. I love that little thing. I wrote lyrics on it because I downloaded this app on there that would just show you, finger positions for chords and how to do it, and then I would look up chords for songs, and then it just pretty naturally at that point, because I could tell what sounded good and what didn't just from hearing like bluegrass,
right,
and all that.
So you hear this song when you're 10, and you get into music like me, like a lot of people that listen and a lot of people out there. It's like, I just love music. They kind of become music snobs. They go to festivals and shows and things like that. But 6-7 years later, or whatever, 2-3 years later, it sounds like you're going, no, you know what? I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna sing. So that's really how you really, really genuinely got into it. You played Rock Band and said, I really enjoy this. You're a kid too, right?
Well, that was like 11th and 12th grade. Well, through like 9th grade to like my 12th grade year was all into Guitar Hero and Rock Band and all that stuff.
You weren't even playing that.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I started. I was like sang a little bit in some like just dumpster recordings that a couple friends did of like pop punk or like.
Well, when did that come about? Like when you were like, I could sing. Is it because of Rock Band too, as well? Or Rock Band as well?
I always liked.
Or were you like singing as a kid in the church and shit? Or
but never like up there on the stage. But I always like to sing, or I tried to. But I never know how to.
I'll ask you this, like, yeah, I'm a big music guy. I like my music, right? But I'll sing in the car and I'm a little older now, so I've kind of left the dream alone. But 18, 19, 25, 26. I'm in the car singing along to these shows and stuff and being like, man, I wish that was me up there. So are you kind of going through that, like 9th through 12th grade, going, I like this so much. I'm so into music now, because that was going through your head, just like,
I do love the front man mentality, because that's definitely that's me 100%. I love being.
Well, you got the look, my friend.
I appreciate that.
This is a handsome, laid back motherfucker. It's hard to be a hipster that's actually not a hipster, like in this hipster culture.
I know,
and I think I don't know how many people will get that, dude, but I think you do.
I do.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like you're just being yourself.
For sure.
And it's
I hate
it's pretty obvious, at least through your art.
Appreciate that.
Go ahead.
I'm glad it is, because I don't. Sometimes everyone gets annoyed at that culture of just like super extra PC or whatever.
Dude, this cancel culture bullshit.
I know, which is, some people deserve it 100%, but when you're stepping over those lines to just, but whatever, that's a whole other conversation.
Right. Oh, that's a whole other show that I host. And I'd love to get you on that.
We can do that too. Absolutely.
That's my trick to all these guys that come on this Bagpipes to Banjos is like, hey, thanks for talking about yourself for a minute. Let's go make people hate or love you real quick.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun.
I can make them laugh at least.
So you're getting into the band. So it was Red Hot Chili Peppers. So what I'll touch on is that you are very diverse. The music that I can find on youtube.com/Aaron Lane Music and facebook.com/Aaron Lane Music. It's all over the fucking place. Like you covered
I love it all,
things like Death Cab for Cutie into like First to Last into Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah.
And into you're very diverse. So like where did that come from? Like was that just being open to music for the first time?
For sure, because those, like I'm saying, those skate videos and stuff like that, they had just music from wherever, from everywhere. And then growing up listening to bluegrass and country music, and then coming up hearing Red Hot Chili Peppers, learning about like Queen and Zeppelin, and getting into like my friends like rap and hip hop too. There's a lot of stuff like that I like, and
you're also that generation where
for sure it's just
it was so much more hip hop and pop
Napster
than ever used to exist. Napster,
because with all that,
fuck Metallica or don't fuck Metallica. What do you think? I think fuck Metallica. I don't even like their music anymore. Can't do it because they did to me in 8th grade.
It's not that good after Black anyway.
Damn.
I don't know. I just hate if you're not Rage Against the Machine. I really don't care what you're saying.
Are you
if you're not
a big Rage guy? You a big Rage Against the Machine fan?
Rage Against the Machine.
Fantastic band. Morello's amazing. And then,
oh my god,
what about Audio Slave? Did you like Audio Slave, or were you one of those Rage fans that were like, nah? I really liked Audio Slave.
And I love Tom Morello. I love a couple of their songs. Even the super
pop rock pop,
the
Planet
basic,
Radio.
Right. No,
What's
the
basic
doesn't remind me. It's very basic chord structure. If you know that one.
I don't even know if I know that song.
Remind me of anything I like. It's driving backwards in the fog. Oh man, I love that song. It's good stuff. Just for now, it's fantastic.
You just touched on what I was kind of going into about your diversity. was that your voice carries that diversity. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, it's easy to play a guitar." I'm a dumbass. I'm not saying that. I think some people will understand when I say, I mean, you can sit back and shut up and play a guitar, or you can, For sure. I see your face. And please touch on it.
You can definitely do that.
I think what you're doing though is, first of all, it's hard to play and sing, but it's your voice is what takes it from Gnarls Barkley from first to last, or your originals to Rihanna. That I don't know if you've seen you cover Rihanna, but I'm sure I've seen you cover one or two weird ones like that. But
I did. I do Love on the Brain.
Voice is something. What'd you do?
I Love on the Brain, Rihanna. That's a good one. I love that.
And but you got a screamer too, man. Like you got. What do you do to take care of your voice? But also, like, where did you find it? Like, where were you just like? Because you seem like you might have done some metal or something back in the day, and then just toned it back. Like,
I used to.
Go ahead.
I grew up. My brother was in metal bands, like death metal, black metal. Maybe not black metal.
Like that.
It was like super goth.
Like
yeah.
See, there it is.
But we do it kind of like, I don't know if you ever heard of Set Your Goals or the posse shit kind of thing. And that's kind of how that started. And then I listened to a lot of like Circuit Survive. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't, to be fair. It's not my scene. It never really has been. So, I think my metal scene is completely different because you're, I think, 6 or 7 years younger than I am.
Hit me with it.
So it's like, it's like I grew up with like Guns N' Roses, but like Fall Out Boy was metal when I was in college, like my freshman year of college. So it was there's a bunch in between. Remember, like I have Thrice and Under Oath and things like that.
Oh, I love Under Oath, bro. Don't get me wrong.
Which are fine, but like they were peak when I was there, and kids at 18, 19, like I get that, but then I got over it to like, I mean, I appreciate it, and I still listen to some, but I'm not getting into the 18-year-olds that are making it now because it's a whole different metal than it was when So, so you started just listening to your brother's band and shit.
Oh yeah. I was just doing the intro to what is it?
Oh, you're playing that.
Do what? Some will seek forgiveness, others escape.
So that's the one thing about me. I can't fucking tell you the name of the songs, dude. But you're set up to play something, which is awesome.
Oh, I can. So I just got this little MIDI setup.
Well, I'm maybe not yet, but I'm super pumped because I'm gonna make you play something later.
We'll see if it.
So we're talking about your diversity. Your voice, though, is kind of where I'm at, and I know that I ramble and go off, but
I think I was talking about something I just completely
hard to stick. So you listen to metal.
Yeah, man, that's what it was. Okay, we did like a pop punk thing. I listened to a lot of guys who just had super high registers, and I was like, I think I can do at least, maybe not these crazy highs that these guys do, but I'm pretty sure I can pull some of that off. So I started trying to learn, like, I'm trying to think of one of these guys, like Journey, those.
Oh, dude, that's a tough one, isn't it?
Dude, it's so ridiculous. Oh my god. But these guys that just sing like that all the time. Yeah, dude, I know, it's so stupid. But that's how I went into it. And then about 2014, which is like 4 or 5 years of me learning how to sing correctly and trying to do that and trying to build it. I was in this cover band in St. Pete when I lived in St. Pete, Florida for a year. That was before they were in this cover band that we were in. They were a Led Zeppelin cover band. So they got me into, I think
I know where this is going, and no way. Keep going.
Right.
Keep going.
So that got me more into, because I'd listen to like Black Dog and Stairway, of course, and it's been a long time since I rock and roll, stuff like that. But they got me into like Ramble On and like What Is and What Should Never Be and
What's up?
The Rain. What is it? The song.
Rain song.
Hey lady, You got the
Fool in the
love I
Rain.
need.
Oh,
Over the Hills and Far Away.
Over the Wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Damn, you're good.
Got me into those. Oh, bro.
So you're covering Robert fucking Plant.
I love it, bro. I love
who,
it.
in my opinion, I mean, he's top 3 greatest singers of all time.
Absolutely. Well, before he blew it out, after, you know.
Well, hey, of all time,
I love
Pete. John Bonham's dead, greatest drummer ever. I mean, he's been dead for 40 years.
I'm going to argue with you and say Keith Moon. But
Keith Moon was loud and fast, and he was the loudest and the fastest, but he wasn't the best. That's my opinion on Keith Moon.
That's it. I'll take that argument for sure.
Well, I was gonna say, give me one if you got one. You know.
Best singers though, it's definitely gonna be Plant, Jeff Buckley, and.
So you're covering Robert Plant like.
Dude, got you.
As a kid, like, dude, that's in my opinion, it's the whole 1980s, half of the 1980s was let's see who can sing like Plant the most. Let's see who can play like Page the most. Let's see who can emulate Zeppelin the most.
I think Blind Melon won.
Blind Melon's so fantastic and so underrated that I'm so glad you brought it up.
It's so sad. That guy's whole story is
crazy. Well, I want you to tell a story in just a second. But the first question, just kind of leading into what you said, is, you know, Blind Melon won. Give me your, like, you know, top 5, top 10. I don't care. Whatever you got in your head for your biggest inspirations and your biggest, these guys were so inspirational to me and influential or whatever.
Okay. First one is going to be Anthony Green, Circus Survive, which was the guy I was talking about before. He's just incredible and incredible with melody and putting these awesome melodies and one-liners to these crazy riffs, crazy like 3/4 like delay, like stupid stuff. Anyway, Anthony Green was first, and then I started getting into the rock and roll. Freddie Mercury was obviously so amazing. And then,
unreal. I mean, unreal voice. I think that's level. What you touch on is you didn't mean it. You gave this guy with this amazing voice, like your top 2 almost.
Dude, absolutely.
And that's I think what sells you so much, man. Just
I love
first and how you sing and how you cover it. Keep going, man. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. Okay, so we got Mercury, and then I think it was Plant after that. Because that's when I had this obsession with Circa and Anthony Green, and then I had this obsession with Freddie and Queen, as much as like listening to those opera albums that he did, which they're okay, they're fine. All
right,
they're fine. I know he was dying and stuff.
They're fine. That's
do what you do.
They're fine. Why does okay and all right pass as a haha, but they're fine.
It's like okay.
That's a whole different story.
So then I got into Plant, which was another thing in and of itself, man.
That's another.
I don't know if have you ever seen American Satan? That
I have not.
Oh man, it's fantastic.
We need to talk about that after the show. Where can I see American Satan?
Oh man, dude, it's so good. I'm pretty sure HBO has it, but anyway,
I'm gonna check that shit out, dude.
It's really good.
Illegally.
Oh man, I'm buzzing already.
That's what's great about this. This is all about you. So I think what's interesting to me right now and what I'm on, and maybe the listeners, is like what I've had on the show in the past is you know, singer-songwriters, guitarists. I'm not saying you're not, but like when did you decide to focus on the singing and the voice more than the I'll pick up guitar as it goes?
Right.
You know, how does that tie into your success and what you're doing?
That was always what I'm just
wanted to sing. Kind of knew it.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I learned guitar so I could sing. I could learn these songs that I know all my friends knew, and we could, you know, when we were just chilling, drinking and stuff, we could just sing it and just have a good time. So that was the idea of starting it, just having the backing track so I could just have an excuse to scream at people.
Were you a shy kid? Were you just or almost like me? You're just kind of more of a fuck it kid? Like, because I think everyone I've had on here has been like, oh, I was a little shy. I'm an artist. And I'm also just like, right. I'm not saying you could be, but it seems to me like you were just like you said, front man, always.
Yeah. Well, growing up, like through elementary and middle school, I was a little standoffish, not very outward, just because I didn't really know who I was. I knew I was like weird. I knew I was.
I think it's tough pressure to put on a kid.
For sure.
I think kids should be kids as long as they should fucking be kids. But I understand exactly what you're saying.
Right. And
sorry.
When you're in like small towns, around here, it's like everyone else knows exactly who they are immediately. Like when they're like, I go hunting with my daddy and we dress in camouflage and I'm
7 years old and keep America great.
I love
it, dude. It's tough. It's tough.
I don't know what it means, but I love it.
Love it. That's my first tattoo, Daddy.
Oh man. But yeah, like but I feel like that's like a lot of kids. Just
small towns like
they
this
hold on. Yeah. They hold on to that. And I was like,
a lot of people don't never leave.
For sure. But I was like, I'm not like a lot of these people. And I thought a little bit differently. I thought about the entire world a little bit differently.
Yeah, sure. I understand exactly what you're saying, my man.
But when I did get into like high school
Arts.
years, for sure, and started finding out what I liked, actually me, not just what everyone else liked and what I was supposed to enjoy.
Right.
It was just I just didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? I had this obnoxious, misplaced,
arrogant, cockiness.
That's the word.
But
that's
maybe knowing you're bigger than not this town, not that kind of arrogance, but I'm bigger than this high school experience.
Or this.
I got something else planned. I've got Were you like a goth? Were you like a gothy kid?
No.
Were you like
which is funny because
dungarees kid?
I didn't have the balls to be a goth kid, but I did wear like super tight pants and like big shirts.
Oh yeah, you're younger than me. Like so you had the Hot Topic shirt, the skinny jeans, and then maybe a big belt buckle.
Yes. No, not a big belt buckle, but the studded belts.
Yeah, so studded and shit like that.
Studded
Yeah.
belt.
Oh, wild belt.
Yeah, man.
Sure. Man, what a faggot.
I got that a lot. Oh,
man, I can say that word. It's podcast.
It's for comedy. We love gay people.
Wait, I love gay people.
Absolutely.
I jerk off to lesbian porn. I love my wife so much that I won't even watch other couples penetrating.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Aaron,
I'm full of shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I still got 2 left on this list, man. We'll get back to it.
I want to get to the rest of the list, actually. So I want to see, who else you got.
Okay, what did I say? Plant. I was talking shit,
Plant,
and I'm not even
Mercury,
ready for this question.
Go ahead.
Heavy Green, Mercury, Plant, and then I got into Jeff Buckley, who's fucking fantastic. If you don't know who that is,
where could I hear Jeff Buckley?
Jeff Buckley was considered by the Rolling Stones to be one of the greatest singers of all time. Greatest singers of all time. He
is a blues artist from back in the day.
He's I wouldn't say blues. He's it was during the 90s, so it's kind of rockish. A lot of the music kind of reminds me of Pearl Jam-ish, not as jammy and not as heavy.
So is it underrated?
It's weird.
Because I don't know who you're talking. I've heard the name. I'm sure I've heard of him, but I can't relate right now.
He did Hallelujah. He wrote Hallelujah.
Oh yeah.
He's
the
for
big
sure.
guy.
He's the one. Yeah. But dude, he is an amazing singer. And I just listened to his album Grace from like front to back, and there's like Hallelujah's on there, and then like Lilac Wine. If you've ever heard that, that's an old song.
Old shit.
And then like Corpus Christi's on there. He sings Corpus Christi, and it's fantastic, which is opera stuff. It's like rock opera, way after Queen and stuff like that.
Right, sure.
Fantastic. And then
who's next?
Recently.
Sure. That's what it's all about. It could change. I could interview the same interview next week, and it could all five be different.
I've been on Jacob Collier. If you've ever heard of him, he's a super,
I have not.
Super weird, just multi.
Where's he from? Where can I hear him? Like,
I'm not sure where he's from.
I don't mean like where is he born and raised. I mean, where can I hear of Jacob Collier? Like, is he in a band or Jesus Christ?
Well,
this is the dumbest artist I've ever fucking interviewed.
I'm very literal, okay? I take things very, very literally. Absolutely.
I'm gonna come through this fucking computer and kick your ass. How literal does that sound?
What's that? Not very, if we're being honest.
I get it. Oh, I get it.
I got shit.
Call you a faggot earlier or not? I don't know. Figure it out, Aaron.
I got it. I got the dressing.
Tell me
about. We're doing good.
What the Jacob Collier?
Yeah, just check him out.
Where is he at? Where can I hear him? Like, what's he from?
I'm
serious about your influences because you got a very, very broad
spectrum here.
Range. Like look out for it. Look at him. Huge penis, everybody. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all. That's the only message I'm getting out there.
Appreciate that. It's not on the airwaves enough.
Oh, hey, we're gonna share the shit out of this thing.
Oh, I knew I was gonna make this up.
What are you drinking, man? That Busch
Light, because it's as cold as the Rockies.
It's got blue on it.
Tastes better than water.
That's about it. All right, so Collier, where can I hear about Collier? Where can I find him?
He's all over YouTube. Honestly, he does like these weird like volumes. He's one of those guys that does.
So this guy's not like someone I can go see on tour or anything.
Maybe. Well, he probably tours like college campuses.
Okay.
And does like TED Talks.
He's not a John Mayer that I can go see.
No. Oh, I knew it was gonna happen.
But no, I appreciate your honesty and your hipsterness and your so obscureness. I get it. I'm just saying. So you
like
toured.
Weird stuff, okay?
Have you toured?
No, not like been in a band.
But you've been around. You've done some stuff. Like, so what I want to take the opportunity to do right now, and I'm gonna take another opportunity to hear you play it a little bit. And like a live fucking show from my pocket. That'd be awesome.
That'd be sweet.
But I like that you are. So where I live and where we live, let me go back to that. It's a pretty small area. It's a little black hole of music, especially progressive fun music. And Aaron, we can talk over this, but I'll like to play maybe the first like 40 seconds or something. I think it reaches its peak when your voice gets high and crazy. But this is Aaron Lane, and what's the band's name? Night Owls?
Electric Owl.
Electric Owls, yeah.
Formerly known as.
I listened to this song. I'm sorry.
Formerly.
I need you to say that again.
Formerly known as Electric Owl.
Formerly known as.
We're not.
That's all right.
Anymore. Okay.
But this is an original.
I wrote this song.
So I can play it on the podcast. Aaron wrote it.
Song.
And I just want to hear. I just want people to hear it for at least for a little bit. And this is at a festival.
Yeah. Long time. Get down.
And this goes away, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And we'll do.
And there is a bit of an intro that I'm going to talk about before this is a little boring.
We can do whatever you want over this, but it's a sharing out of this. I swear to God, man, I listened to this last night for the first time. And I listened to it about 6 times. Because I wanted to talk about it.
It's very CCR.
It's very, I can turn this down, actually. Let's do that. That's a great opening riff. Did you write that?
Yeah, for sure. I wrote it on a classical acoustic guitar.
That opening riff it's so simple, but so electric, right?
Yeah.
And it's so perfect. That's an opening credit movie song.
Hell yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
Do you know what I'm saying on that? Like, do you feel my wave there? And this is you singing. Everybody. This is this guy singing. Years ago, by the way. Look at you.
Critique myself.
You look like a baby.
I know, right? I did. I should have shaved beforehand. I got some school.
I just want to hear people. I hear it for just a second. This is it. It was effortless for you, man. It looked effortless. Man,
I had actually a lot of trouble with that.
Was that the first one? Did you have better luck on the second one? Like, it's easier?
Sometimes it's harder than it is other times. I don't know. You always have to drink enough water and eat enough food.
To miss, man.
That's right.
Ooh. But
that's what it's all about.
Well, you're a good guitar player as well.
Yeah, Justin Ross Moore. Yeah, Justin Ross Moore's the man, dude. It's fantastic.
This guy.
Him and Aaron
so
Thornton.
This is so good, man. This is original. And all right, let me ask you that. How confident were you to pull out this opener? Because I'll tell you right now, it's a fantastic opener.
Well, that's what it was always, because it's just bass and drums. Boom, 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 boom. And it's
hype. It's hype. Like, there's definitely
for sure.
I hear this shit. Let's go. Like I said, this is definitely a cool opening credit song or whatever. So this is a fantastic song in my opinion. What's your creative process, right? Like, does it come to you, or do you sit down and think about like a day or a week or a month or even a year? Like, what is it that you think about when you write your music, write your songs?
This one in particular was just, I wrote that riff and I was like, it usually doesn't happen this way. I wrote that riff and it's just like, that walk down is just, it gives you that uplifting feeling because it's down, 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 down,
right.
Down, 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 down,
right. It's man, that makes me feel so good. Like see you say that and do it. Right.
But
that's cool as shit.
I always saw that if we made a music video of that, just like driving in like an El Camino in the desert and just like.
So,
or on a motorcycle, obviously.
Enough about you. What I meant with this opening credit song would be like me, like if it was a movie about my life, it would probably start in some desert somewhere with me going, I'd keep it on trucking, and that's a perfect song for that.
So fucking great.
Back to what you were saying, man. It's just like one of those. I'll get through this shit songs, like.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you
just get kind of wild hair up your ass and write a song, or do you think about it, work on it? Like, what do you do?
That song was just about getting tired of shit and just having to hit the road, and not look back. Just the same old road. This time nowhere to go, but that don't slow our roll. We're hauling ass. The same old place, the The same old place, the same old every goddamn day.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Oh, which is, I usually don't. Hell yeah, good, because it gets me too.
Great lyric, man.
Because you feel it, everyone,
yeah.
And that's why.
Well, it's a frustration in it too,
Absolutely. That's why I chose to say "goddamn" because that's not usually something
right.
I just throw
that's
out there.
The one that's clean, but it hurts. Hits hard. Yeah.
Absolutely.
God damn.
I'm just glad that you picked up on all this.
Oh no! I swear to God, chills up and down my arms, man. That was such a good. Awesome. Let me ask you this, and this is a weird one, and you can be humble, and you can be pissy, whatever you want. This is my opinion, and I'm just a fucking semi-stand-up comedian that's trying to fucking get there and all that shitty podcast host and whatever. Enough about me. You work so hard, and that's very, very clear to me. And I think anyone that kind of follows you or will follow you in the future can see it. You work so hard. You are talented, very, very talented.
Appreciate that.
Why are you not making Justin Bieber money? Like what's going wrong?
I don't know, man. I don't.
What can you do better, or what can they do better? Like figure it out. Like you just.
That's an excellent question.
You're
trying
great,
to figure out.
Dude. You're great.
Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. I don't know. Bieber had just like. It's always just a shot in the dark.
Fuck man. Bieber, but I mean the money.
I know, right? On that level of.
But go ahead with Bieber. That's fine. I want to hate. I'll hate him all night.
Well, I hated it start now, but that's all.
Sorry.
Everyone just has that one break, man. Anyone that's famous now too is usually was famous already, or they have parents in the industry, or they had some kind of connection. And unless you're hitting
Cardi B and Selena Gomez, like their parents are fucking working in Hollywood, like up.
Well, I think Cardi B is actually an exception to that, but we won't get
one of Ariana Grande is probably what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's actually
they all make sense, but I do know that I was thinking about Grande instead of Cardi.
Anyone who was in the Mickey Mouse Club, growing up. Like their parents bought into that, and they paid for it by their kids being molested. But that's a whole other thing.
Dumb,
not funny. Very serious. This stuff happens. You guys want to post about it on Facebook? We're not going to talk about it. No, but honestly. But someone to get to the level of even just like Marcus King or somebody like that, I'd love to just be able to.
So that I guess kind of what I'm asking. Like you're hitting this. We just showed it. You're a headliner.
Yeah, that was actually that was. I wouldn't say that to be a motherfucker, but
bro,
we played last.
Fantastic. Like you guys nailed it. Like, you can critique whatever we just listened to, and that'd be fine. Like, that's okay. Yeah. But it was fantastic. It was really fucking cool.
Thanks,
and I'm just looking for. Like, I love my past guests. They're my friends. They're my future. They're gonna help me out again. But I think honestly, man, as far as I've had guests, I just feel that you are 24/7 artist, 24/7 trying, and it's weird to me that someone hasn't picked your ass up somewhere or another.
It's always about I just got to be in the right place at the right time, man.
I guess that's the same with like stand up, but
yeah, for sure. Which I haven't heard any of your sets yet because I intend on doing that.
It's offensive, it's weird, it's different, and I'm not that good yet. So, again, man, I'm working on my 10,000 hours. You know what I mean?
I have tried to write jokes just for like in between songs and stuff, and it's
the
hardest shit.
That's a tough thing to do too. Is like I'll go to open mic, and it's like six people that are playing music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna put you fifth. So after 4 shitty bands,
I'm gonna talk shit about this guy.
3 shitty bands. Let's throw this little fat shit up there to do a couple of jokes that may or may not work. It gives them boom anyway because they want the fucking better music that's coming. No, it happens all the time. It sucks.
Damn.
I drove 3 hours to do that once.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Okay, so it's not that bad. You're not like 5'4" up there, like just.
No, I'm not 5'4", but I look 5'4" because I used to look 5'4" as being fat as shit. Yeah, I look 5'4" because I'm more overweight. Dude. So, we can do a couple of things. I think what I want to do is keep you away from the instruments until the end. But we're gonna wrap up. But I definitely want you back on, man, because I have so many. This could go 3 hours.
Dude, absolutely.
Which would be awesome, but we're not going to get the viewers. No one's going to be like, "Oh, that sounds great." They could also listen to like they could listen to Nicholas Sparks. Novel.
He writes
in the same amount of time. So.
He writes books.
I get it.
I know. I'm cultured.
So what I try to do is like improv, gun to the head, surefire. Like stuff. So it's quick. It's like you can't explain it, but you don't have to. Just shit that's happened in your career and your journey to become an amazing semi-famous musician. I mean, if you're on this show, you're definitely semi.
I'll take semi.
All right,
people know who I am if you're in the right spot.
We'll start as we talked about recently, someone noticing you and someone signing you up. All right, so hey man, here, Aaron, here's $100 million. What's the first thing you're buying?
Oh man.
Well, I'll tell you what. Exclude the house, right? That's what you're doing, right? House is taken.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So get rid of the house. What are you doing with your first? Hey man, it's $100 million contract to write 3 records.
Oh man, what am I gonna buy?
It's a guilty pleasure if you want. It's whatever you want. What are you getting? Quick, like not quick, but
I know, right?
Wednesday, you signed a contract. Well, fuck, it's just Wednesday. I'm off the rest of the week. I'm gonna go buy something.
If I have a house, I'm already gonna have a bunch of land. So I just need like some kind of off-road vehicle. Like a one of those side by sides.
All right, so exclude that. What's your hobby?
Okay.
Oh, off-roader. Is that what you said? I thought you were talking about. Okay, got it. Keep going. Sorry.
Or also, I'm gonna have a big ass warehouse on this compound. You know, I got a Waco going on. Yes, Waco 100%.
Waco style. Waco style, like you'll fuck all the chicks first.
Oh,
like
we're not gonna talk
Waco
about
style, like.
Waco style,
just
like
huge, just a huge.
Just
okay. So you're not going to be a cult leader.
Self-sustainable.
Got it.
Self-sustainable. We're not all sovereign citizens. Nothing.
That'd be cool as shit, though, wouldn't it? To be like Jamestown leader, just be like, "Hey, sorry, man, I gotta fuck your wife."
God said,
"Sorry, dude, I got to."
God,
you gotta stay out of here.
I was like, God, are you sure that seems a little messed up, bro? And he was like, no, bro, you gotta do it.
That's so perfect. I'm gonna definitely write a joke about that's so good. I asked God myself if that was cool, and God said, "Nah, I've got to do it."
I was like, bro,
that is funny. Dude, that's great. Like, man, that is great.
I got to. Good.
So you'd buy a big old compound where you could fuck a bunch of Mormons, but you'd big Texas? Is that where you go? Wyoming?
No, somewhere with mountains.
Somewhere with internet?
Yeah.
And mountains?
Yeah. You gotta have internet though.
Would you stay in the US or would you take off to like Italy, the Alps?
If I was smart,
I would Appalachia.
If I was smart,
where would you go?
Stay in the US. If I had to stay in the US, I would, Colorado, somewhere legalized.
Perfect. Michigan. Washington.
Not bad.
Oregon.
But I'm definitely afraid of the super volcano that lies underneath Yellowstone National Park. And that constantly.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly keep that.
Wouldn't that kill the world? Wouldn't that end the country if that does what it does?
Yeah,
Is that why you're scared about it? Isn't that crazy to think about? I think I can relate to you, man. Like, I have an anxiety in my life. It's nothing to do with Yellowstone, but now you've just put that back in my. You put that in my head. But you know what I mean? Like, I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And what gets me through it, man, and this is not me calling you dumb, is that I'm not smarter than anyone else. Like, I get it. Everything I think about is like selfish. It's like, chill out.
Oh, that's.
There's 7 billion people here that are doing all right. I'm not maybe like, we got a little percentage of it, but like, chill out, man. This isn't all about you all the time. And that's what sucks about. But that's what sucks about it, because it is. All my thoughts are about me all the time.
Yeah.
How do we fucking do deja vu? All right, so dream again. Let's talk about this $100 million contract. Dream venue.
Oh, Red Rocks.
Oh, that happens a lot on the show, but I can't blame anyone. No, I can't blame anyone.
Or
what the?
Also, a dumb one is like the Georgia Theater in Athens. I would which isn't even that big, but I would love to.
But you're a Georgia boy, so that makes sense.
Right. And then
Georgia Theater would be a great one to play.
The State Theater in St. Pete, great venue, just because I've.
Well, yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, you've seen them, you've been there for a show. That's like dream come true kind of shit, isn't it? Right. Just to play somewhere you've seen. But Red Rocks is it. That makes sense.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
100%.
I think for Americans, anyway.
For the Americans.
Somewhere way
for the cool. Red, white, and blue in my heart.
For the real folks.
Oh, that's even better. Was that the piano?
No.
Keyboard, was it?
Just some shit that
just $3,000 worth of fucking musician equipment.
No worries. I hope it's okay. I'll go check it later.
So back to real life. Speaking about venues, best venue you played, worst venue you played. You don't have to name names, but you obviously are absolutely allowed to.
Okay. Worst venue I've ever played.
I love that you led with that. You're a fucking pro, man. You're a pro.
Woo! Worst venue I've ever played. Not gonna name names. But I drove. Not me. I only drove about 30 minutes. Number one.
I figured it out.
I only drove about 30, 45 minutes from Waycross, Georgia, to this place, and it's funny because it's the second time I played there. I played there by myself, solo, and it went okay. I didn't have a lot of engagement because it was, when you have like a DJ at a bar, it was like half sets, in between the DJ, and I played songs that they would like, but it's like,
right. You can play good songs, but they're going.
And I'm hollering.
And like, well, sorry, man. Like, this isn't working for me.
Right.
Anymore.
For sure.
They're all wet and horny, ready to get fucked, hitting them with it all.
I got nothing for these people, okay? I can't do it. Okay? No, but that was cool.
Man, this is my guy.
They gave me 50 extra bucks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was super awesome. So I'm like, okay, these guys are cool. They're my people. One more time.
I said, still the worst. They even give you a bonus.
Yes. Please. So this is my shit sandwich, okay? First time I went there, got 50.
They even gave me 50 extra bucks because they knew there was such a piece of shit.
Maybe it was preemptive.
So yeah, we had that set aside.
Preemptive karma, I guess that's what I'm going to call it. So
he's never going to like us. Put 50 bucks aside. Probably came out of everyone's tips.
I hope so. I hope it fucking did. Anyway, no. The people who ran the girl that ran the bar was actually super nice. She was like coming up to
They're
the
all
stage and being
nice.
like, do you want, those people for sure. She's like, you want another drink? I was like, hell yeah. Like no one ever comes up to the bar and is like, yo, do you want another drink while you're playing? No one does that.
Yeah, that happens. To the band,
when I get right, for sure. When I get to the second part, I'll get more into that. But
it's a two-parter,
so,
people. Stay tuned.
Two-parter.
In a
Coming
world
up next on.
with. Oh, you got it. I thought I was good at it. You got it. Say.
I like
Batman
a lot.
In a world.
No, that was.
Oh, dude, you got it. All right, so tell me about this two-part piece of shit thing happened.
Dude, okay, they gave me 50 extra bucks. I went home, blah, blah, blah. They booked my full band, which is, I told them, I was like, yo, I can play anything on my guitar. I can play anything from fucking Johnny Cash to, I don't know. I do Death Cab. You know what I'm saying? I do like.
Yeah, Death Cab for Cutie.
MGMT. I can do some of those stuff, acoustic. And I was like, yo,
your voice is something else, man.
Thanks, man. I was like, my band is we're a little more rock and roll. You know, we play some Zeppelin. We do, some newer, like we do a Jet song. Are you gonna be?
Oh, Jet was one of my big ones in my freshman year of college.
I think my camera battery just got. Give me a second.
No, I'm fucking with shit.
Okay.
Oh, juice fucked up. We can finish this with this if you want.
Give me 2 seconds. Hang on, take me.
Oh, I'll take all the time you need, but I'm not muting nothing. So what I am gonna do though, while we're dapping, is I'm gonna play Aaron's version of "Crazy" by Gnarls Barkley that was uploaded to Facebook about like 7 fucking years ago.
Yeah, bro.
So he's been doing this shit before anyone's been doing this shit.
Let me try. I love Gnarls Barkley. Or CeeLo,
Bro,
whatever it's named.
that song. It was
I think he
CeeLo.
said some misogynistic stuff. That's not cool.
I don't care what he said. Long. I mean, we can talk about what he said, right? Like, that's disgusting and all that, but I can see again. This was the song of the decade for the knots to the tens.
He did it on the VMAs with a bunch of stormtroopers.
But it wasn't because I didn't know enough.
But I love your version of it.
Just a new tune.
And I think because it was such an important song. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at this
Taking
kid.
it way back.
Does that make me crazy?
Look at this kid. But listen to this kid, by the
Does that
way.
make me crazy?
That doesn't sound like shit.
Oh, it does not sound like shit, by the
Hell
way.
yeah. And that's when I was
How
just
much
like,
do you go
getting
back and
comfortable
listen
with
to your shit, like your old shit?
Never.
Never.
Because I'm so
if you
self-conscious.
post, if you're, I'm gonna ask you to close us out with a cool song, but are you gonna come back and listen to it or no? Just not do it. I don't do that either on my side of the art, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I
I
hear
just
you.
don't do it, and I'm so with you. But let me ask you why? Why not? Is that is it super confidence or is it super low confidence or is it obviously a connection of both?
It's
This is
momentary.
amazing. Let me turn this down, all right? Sorry.
I'm actually listening back to this and
You sound great, dude.
thanks, man.
You like it or you're critiquing the shit out of it right now?
Oh, I'll always critique anytime I hear anything.
What's your review here?
Listen to it now. It's not terrible, and I'm like,
Dude, it's not terrible. That is a fantastic cover of that tune.
which I took
Everyone
it
in the
down.
world can relate to.
I took it down from C minor to like A minor, so it's like a whole step and a half. But I was just starting to perfect.
You're too good.
I haven't perfected it even still, but just started trying to perfect my voice and all that when I was making that.
Yeah,
but,
5 years. So, how long have you been doing the pro thing? How long have you been getting paid to do this? Have you getting gigs?
2012, I was in a band with my brother.
So about 8 years.
Yeah, about 8 years. The Red Bugs, we did Signals, we did Then they turned into another thing. That's when I went into that band.
You work for a living every day, yeah? It's not art.
Well,
not
it's
your art, not your music.
Right.
What do you don't have to tell us what you do, but you work for a living every damn day and don't get to do this full time.
Right.
Yeah, crazy.
For sure. Yeah, it is. It's
You lose sleep thinking about like song lyrics and shit like that.
Yeah, man. Sometimes I had to get out of bed. Or not, or find my phone and be like, I gotta write these down.
How do you write it down, or play it a little bit, or?
I've had to get out of bed and been like, oh my god,
are you married?
Might as well be. I engaged.
Okay, so no kids.
No kids.
But married or engaged. So, cool. Is she understanding how hard you got to work, how random you have to work, and how much it has? Obviously, COVID's just fucked, but does she understand that part? How
for sure
things gonna get up and running, and I'm gonna be everywhere, every time, every night, shit like that.
And also, just like when someone's like, last minute, like, hey, can you play here? I'm like, yes, right now, let's do it.
Some guy asked you to be a part of a podcast, and you're just like, yeah, God,
yep. Please, anything, please. Attention.
Oh
my God. Yeah.
I think you need to start a podcast.
I'm working on it, yeah.
But we went over, not my time limit, just, over the ideal, like, we get them in. But a couple more questions for you. And then what I would love you to do is if you have an original in mind or a good cover in mind, I'd love you to play us out of this whole goddamn thing. But what it typically, I ask these, is that the wife asked you when you're going to be done?
No.
Because tell her I'll go another hour and a half. She don't shut the fuck up.
What? I didn't hear it.
Oh.
I'm deaf. I'm deaf
that's funny.
So deaf, bro. I can't hear shit.
So we talk about the money and stuff like that and getting there and get it. You talked about your worst venue. It really sounded like shit.
Oh, yeah. That's what.
You talked about your dream venue. What's your best venue ever played and why?
Well, let's real quick. The bad part of that.
Quick, what?
Because I was just like, no. I was just like, they paid me extra. Fucking terrible people.
Oh yeah, that's where we were.
So, my full band comes there. We like to rock out. We were playing. We played Grateful Dead. We played Fire on the Mountain with Duncan Cannon. He played
Duncan Cannon on the drums
for sure. No, he was playing guitar.
Oh, guitar. He was on my show last week.
He's an excellent guitar player.
Talented as fuck,
dude. Absolutely, he's great. He's a hell of a singer too. Anyway,
he's just such a dad that he doesn't get time to do all.
I know, right?
That's it. That's it. He's a great dad,
for sure. 100%.
Oh, that guy's a rock star, man.
He's great.
He wasn't on Bagpipes and Banjos. He's on Self-Awareness. So we're gonna get him on.
Okay, perfect.
He was funny. He was about wrestling and just guys. Yeah, Duncan Cannon. Check that guy out. Also, Frank and the Chopper podcast. Check that out.
I was on it, so you can watch that episode. It's funny. So halfway.
It's a great story, and I can't.
Dude, it is. I know. I'm terrible. So after the first set, one of the people that owns the bar went up top, messed with some stuff, and she's coming down, and she trips over one of the chords, and my little organ that I play goes flying. Just flying off the thing and lands like straight concrete, bro. Okay, and I'm like, I was incredibly angry. But I'm like, I just go up there. I put it back on the stand. I'm like, okay, it works. Try to calm down.
All right.
I'm not gonna be mean to this lady. That's embarrassing. First of all,
sure.
Tripped and about fell off the stage. I'm not gonna be a turd about it. And then when we're playing Fire on the Mountain, she's like, y'all just gonna play a bunch of acid music?
Oh, same woman?
Yeah, same woman. And I'm like, yeah, 100%. So she's obviously feeling a little insecure and wants to take it out.
How long are you in? Like 4 minutes in?
Dude, yeah, we played. Probably the first song.
Were you jamming? Were you like 7-8 minutes in where I was like,
yeah, for sure.
Let me complain as a piece of shit. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Got it. That's a little different.
dude. And then she got to where she came back in. I'm playing an original song of mine, and she was like, "Y'all ain't even playing nothing anybody wants to hear." Blah, blah, blah. And I asked people if they, for sure. I was like, I asked people if I was like, we said that requests are welcome. We're not hearing any feedback. Like, I don't know what you want us to do. I told you we play rock and roll.
Also, the venue was already like a shithole. Like,
absolutely, 100%.
When you add it, you sprinkle in the people.
God. Well, the people that were there are all right. They're not out there saying you guys suck.
Except this bitch.
Right. Anyway, so
where's the best place you ever played?
The best place,
venue wise.
I love playing at the Creek in the Waycross. In Waycross, LL Creek is.
Where are you based out of? Are you based out of Waycross?
For sure.
Waycross. That's not even 912. Is it still 912?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
912.
I went to school in Valdosta.
Go word.
By the way. But I love. So, do you live? You live there? You come down here all the time, and
yeah, Kingsland.
Are you Do you have problems or issues with the because of where you are? I think you understand that you're in the black holes as well. Like, I need you in Fernandina on Sunday. Are you just super about it, or do you go, hey, honey?
Depending on the pay.
Got to be about the pay, right?
Yeah. If you're trying to give me $100 to drive an hour and a half, I ain't about it. But if you're,
that makes sense. But it also doesn't. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
that's back to me and you and what I know. So I'm going to tell you a quick story, actually, because I wanted to make this clear on the podcast. When I first saw you, it was an open mic night, and it was an open mic night, and there was two guys that I knew, and I'm one of those local guys that knows everybody. And I saw you playing and singing, and it was maybe Joe King or maybe Bob Langdon or somebody else playing. What the fuck's going on here? But I was like, this guy's playing open mic, and I'm just like, this guy is like, I thought you were a kid with confidence one night. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And they're like, oh, it's Aaron Lane. Oh, cool. I think I came up to you about the podcast maybe that night. But I just thought you were just some kid that played guitar and sang really well and had a little confidence to go up because I didn't hear about you. We need, and you need, to figure out how to get you fucking just consistent in these towns down here.
I would love that.
And I don't know what your personal situation is, but we can move into apartments and houses down here and figure it out because I think you get gigs. I think back to my question earlier is, why aren't you? I think that's it. You're settling for this small shit.
It's hard to get into. I've been working on an electronic press kit that's about what you have to do to
big time,
get into places. And I've just gotten to where I have the means to do that. To make one for myself because I haven't had the money to pay someone else to do it. But I definitely have the ability to do it, and that's actually what I've been doing the past couple of days, making an EPK so I can get into these places. Because a lot of these places, Jacksonville, Brunswick, St. Simons area, they use like booking agents. And if
of course they do.
If you're not in with those booking agents, then you're not getting into, and it's kind of like
and 9 out of 10 are like 8-year-olds and 7-year-olds that are just, they want to make famous, and then you're just an acoustic guitarist piece of shit, or a chubby cynic comedian. I get it. We're gonna get together after this to try and do some stuff live. I think that'd be fun if you'd like to. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I hate that I kind of called you out on that. I didn't mean to. I just know that it takes so much work and so much shit. And look, I love my guests. They're all my friends, which is awesome. I just understand that work is work is work is work. You work every day, all day, and then you come home and do music and write and podcasts and stuff like that. You're such a fun guy. You're such an awesome guy. I played an original Snyder's earlier that I loved. And what we're going to do is my last question of every Bagpipes to Banjos. And you can set up all you want. And then what you're going to do is play your song, and then we'll be done. So the last question I always have is, and it has to pertain to your art. It doesn't have to, but that's when the question comes from. It's your art, musicianship, and whatever is best advice you ever got, and then the best advice that you could give. And then we'll end on that. And then I want you to give me a hot-ass original, man. But no, not yet.
No.
Answer that fucking question, you piece of shit.
Okay. No. I just want to make sure it didn't sound like complete.
Best advice you ever got, and then best advice you could give. If it's the same, it's the same. And then give me something hot, bro. And then we're done.
Okay. The best advice I ever got was
other than mustache advice, because that shit looks dope.
Freddie. I watched Bohemian Rhapsody, and then I was like, I gotta do it.
Like 2 days ago for a job interview. I hate it. I hate this.
You don't need that job if they tell you. The best
advice you ever been given. Best advice you can give. As it pertains to music.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the super cheesy one first, which isn't advice.
Typically all the same. I know what you're gonna say.
No, I'm just kidding. No, the best one I've ever heard was an Amadeus Mozart quote, which is, "Music is not in the notes, but in the silence in between."
Let's stop and talk about that one,
dude.
Who said that?
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Mozart.
Right. And it's just like,
say that one more time, Aaron.
Music is not in the notes, but in the silence in between.
I think that is
I don't know if he talks like that, but
very important. I think that is so much more important than any music quote I've ever heard.
Absolutely.
And that's the first time I've heard that. As a comedian, but as a human, that is fucking dope. That's dope.
And then
I'm so glad you brought that up.
For sure. I think the other one is someone told me is never take yourself.
Somebody told me I gotta go. It looks like I'm going, friend.
I love the Killers. I love the Killers too.
They're great.
Another big influence. Never take yourself too seriously. Never.
Right. That's what you're gonna sell everybody else.
For sure.
You're damn right on that. So we're gonna end.
Try to work for that.
We're gonna end after this. Would you agree to come back on a Bagpipes and Banjos and a Self-Awareness?
Oh, I'm about it. Yeah.
Did you have a little fun tonight and all that?
For sure.
Great, dude. Fun, I love you. I really, really appreciate you taking your time tonight to come on my show. Dude, I think, and I mean this, I've had a bunch of guys on here. You are so hardworking and you're so talented. There's something to me that's like, why is he not there? Let's figure that out and let's fix it and go. Play whatever the hell you want, my man. I am so excited to hear it.
Okay. I'm on like a 40 key keyboard, so it's weird.
Best one I got, man. You just do whatever you want. I'm so excited about it.
Let's see how this goes. This is an original I don't have a name for it yet, but it's all right. I think it's all
Yeah,
right.
that's even more perfect.
All right, I'm gonna raise it up. All right. I'm sure I'll spend my whole life just waiting for the next big thing that's gonna come my way.
Holy shit.
Terrified I've wasted too much time already just standing in line. But do I ever change my way? All this aching pain and pain because of my heart, yeah. Every day I'm so reminded by so many things I only think I'm doing wrong. Is there some kind of flaw in my design?
Holy shit.
Is there some kind of reason for my manic state of mind? Is there any kind of reason in this life?
Oh, shit.
Or are we all just holding on because we're scared to learn this night?
This is fantastic, my friend.
All right. Oh man, sorry. You see, this is a work in progress. How do I go on? Cursed with all of these discrepancies that I cannot change.
Oh, my man.
Till I learn to forgive myself for every one that I've caused pain. Oh, but looking, I can see it now. My conscience clean and the ability to simply sleep at night. Still I'm shaking and I'm taken back. I'm wondering if I'll ever make it out alive. Is there some kind of flaw in my design? Is there some kind of reason for my manic state of mind? Is there any kind of reason in this life? Or are we all just holding on because we're scared to learn this now? Cause I won't pretend I know it all and find myself to blame. And I can't depend on anyone at all. So it seems these days.
You're fucking fantastic, man.
Well,